What's up guys, I recently installed Liquidsmooth on my Nexus 4 and I liked it so much I thought I'd check it out on my Nexus 10. So here it is. I've already actually done some customization, which you can probably see, to make this video a little bit more interesting rather than just going through all the settings. You can see I've added a few buttons down here on the nav bar. I've added a quick shortcut to my notifications. When you click, you can see it brings it down. I've also added the X here, which is a kill app button. So if I open up settings here and I quickly want to get out of this app or something's gone wrong and I need to close it, I can just hit that and boom, I'm out of the app. It's force closed itself. So yeah, some other changes I've already done, guys. As you can see here, I've changed the animation. That's because this ROM does come with Nova Launcher that has a hell of a lot of different settings, which do include the transition effects. You can see I've got this kind of stack thing, which is kind of difficult to see, but nonetheless. I've also changed the transition in the app drawer to this cube effect, which looks kind of ridiculous on such a big screen. Nonetheless, I kind of like it. It looks kind of funky and yeah, it's a cool thing to do, right? So yeah, I've also changed some stuff on the lock screen. If I show you that here, looks all the same right now, but I've actually added some shortcuts here. So I've got my camera, my dash clock settings, my Gmail, my browser, and obviously the unlock is all the stuff you can hit down here and eventually it will unlock. Don't actually know what just happened there, but yeah, you can actually, for example, if I go straight to Gmail, it just will unlock straight into the Gmail. So a cool feature to have there. You can also see I've changed the battery percentage sign up here as well. So it has all that customization we saw on the Nexus 4 and just a bigger version of it on the Nexus 10. So let's dive into the settings and just check it out. You can see I've also messed around with the quick toggles here as well, adding more per row than you normally can. And interestingly enough, I don't know how well you can see this. I've just got a notification. You can see there I actually changed it to the notification count thing, which means you can see, I don't know how well that's going to come through on the camera, but there's a little 2 under my Gmail, which tells me how many Gmails I actually have. So again, a nice feature to show off. So here we go, guys. Here's the settings. Here's where everything is changeable. Liquidsmooth right here, interface, lock screen, navigation, Pi, performance, power menu, power widget, quick settings, status bar. You've pretty much seen a lot of those options already just from my customization that I've actually done. This ROM does come with Pi, and you can activate it by clicking Pi control there. Whoops. And once you've activated, guys, if you go to navigation, you can turn off the nav bar by clicking this. You'll see the nav bar now disappears, and you'll get a low battery warning because I haven't charged my tablet. And then if you pull up from the bottom now, you can see you've got the awesome Pi and you've got your notifications. You can move it around if you want it from to the right, and then it'll come in. Once it restarts, it'll come in from the right. There we go. And again, right there. You can change the size of it, so you can see it's quite small at the moment. If we go to Pi controls, whoops, press the wrong button. We'll go back. If we go to Pi controls, Pi size, you can see at the moment it's at small. Let's change it to gigantic and just see what the hell that does. So you can see there it's made it bigger, which gigantic probably looks a lot better on a tablet than say default, which will, you know, it's just, that is really for phones. So yeah, let's change that back to gigantic because it's a little bit easier. We'll leave that on for now because it's kind of cool to use Pi. But yeah, let's go through some more options. So we're here into interface. You can see custom carrier label. I have actually enabled that and used my own. So when you unlock the device, you can see next tech channel. You can change that to whatever the hell you want. That's doable. Force dual panel mode in settings, pretty obvious considering we're on a tablet. You can also change the LCD density as well. Low battery warning. So you saw that pop-up that I just got. We can actually go ahead and either just have sound or the pop-up only, or turn it off completely, which I'm going to do because it's kind of annoying. You can also change the vibration multiplier here, guys. It's set to 1 by default. Change it to 2, and I guess it will vibrate stronger. So yeah. You've also got the exposed DPI app down here. What this does, guys, is basically allows you to mess around with the DPI settings per app. So if you want a certain app to be kind of tablet or smaller text, this is what's going to allow you to do that. And you can pick any app you want, for example, the browser, and turn it on. Once you go in there, you can change the DPI here. You can change the screen here, so you can see the resolution changes. Full screen, no tile, and screen on effects as well. So quite a few different options you've got there, guys. You can see how easy it is once you get used to Pi to navigate around using it. If we move on, performance is pretty standard stuff. I'm not going to go through that. It is a stock Google kernel on here, guys, so you can't really do much to it. You can change some governors and some I/O schedulers, but other than that, guys, it's pretty standard stuff. Lock screen, you get all the customization of a lock screen. You can have any widget you want. You can have a custom background if you want. You see I'm using the current default wallpaper. You can actually make it fully transparent, and this is quite cool because if I open, for example, the browser, I then go ahead and lock my device, I can now see the browser, whatever app you're on, through the lock screen. So I know that might be quite weird for some people, but I think it will work out for some people as well. So yeah, dive back into the settings here. You can also do loads of other stuff like change the targets, which you've seen already. I have done. I added those quick targets that you can unlock straight to Gmail and stuff like that. Navigation, you saw I had the extra buttons. You can change the colors. You can have Pi. You can disable it. All that stuff is pretty damn obvious, guys. Power menu as well. You can enable expanded desktop mode, sorry. And when you do that, you'll get rid of the nav bar and status bar together. You'll have an absolute full screen effect, and you can use Pi to navigate around. What you will lose here, guys, is your notifications, and the only way you can kind of see them is by using Pi here. So yeah, let's turn that back on just so we can navigate around a little bit easier. Power widget, I've actually got this down here. You can see I've turned it on already. I've got my Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Gmail, and what's that one called? Volume. There we go. I don't know why I brain farted on that one, but there you go. And yeah, that's a kind of a cool thing to have if you don't want to use these quick toggles. I'm not sure why you wouldn't, but nonetheless, it's a quick, easy option right there. If I go into recents, guys, and just show you what comes by default, you can see this little button up here, which actually kills all the apps. Let me just open a few more to make this a little bit more evident. You can see it's very, very quick. Liquidsmooth ROM is very fast. So yeah, let me pull that up now again. If I click this button, you can see they all just fly away and you've got a clean slate to start off with. So again, a cool feature, an awesome feature, and one that I really like there. Moving on, status bar options. Again, I told you I changed the color of the battery here, and I took away the bar and just put a percentage so I could actually read the damn thing. And it's much, much better. Also, you've got notification count, which I showed you a little bit earlier. You've got breathing missed call and breathing SMS. Obviously I can't use that on the tablet. You can see basically they've just kind of grabbed this and ported it over to the tablet. It's not made specifically for tablets. It really is made for phones and stuff. But it works well enough on the tablet, and it is, like I said, and like the name says, liquid smooth. So yeah. Moving on to sound, guys. Over in sound, we've got the CM quiet hours. This is great. You know, I have a lot of devices around and I use this quite a lot because I don't want all my devices making noise when I'm asleep, like 12 or 1 a.m. or something like that. I can turn these on, set the times, mute notifications, and then only like one of my devices will go off or none of them when I'm asleep. So that's awesome as well. Moving on to display, you've got a CRT screen off animation, which you can turn off just like the phones. You can see it's just a massive TV turning off now. You can see that transparent lock screen thing. And another cool feature here is you can adjust the automatic brightness. So once you click automatic brightness here, guys, you can hit adjust and you can change the values of the brightness. So you don't need another app like Lux. You can do it right here. So if you think that it kind of changes it too much or you want it to be brighter at a lower light level, you can go ahead and change that right here. You can also reset it to defaults if you mess it up. So yeah, we'll just give this a little bit more brightness there. Underneath that, guys, you've got a customizable notification light. This is, again, a really cool feature. Click into that, press use custom values, and you can add whatever the hell app you want. Let's just test out Gmail. We'll change it to some funky green color, you know, for the funsies. Not really very green there, is it? There we go, green. Just click OK on this for now so it sets it, and we'll hit test and turn the screen off, and you'll see the notification light start to blink. You can see it's blinking very slowly, and this is one small bug that I found with the ROM. If I unlock here, you don't have the options to change the speed unless you rotate the device. So if I rotate now, click into Gmail again, you can see these two added options, pulse length and speed. So if we add this to, I don't know, very short and speed being very fast, hit OK so it saves it, and then test. Now you'll see the notification light going nuts. There you go. And it's a lot quicker. So it does work, but there's a little bit of a bug when it comes to the rotate for some reason. I'm not quite sure why that is. But you've also got the wake up options, guys. The volume rocker wake. So if you want to wake it up using the volume rockers instead of the power button, you can do that by ticking the button. You can also untick wake up on charge, which means when it's plugged in, it won't kind of the screen won't light up. So yeah. Moving on, guys, you've obviously got a theme manager where you can go ahead and download and install zips, and they'll appear here, and you can then apply them, and they'll apply to your whole tablet, just like any other theme manager normally works. Your users stuff still works. If you've got more than one user, that'll work fine. Profiles as well, you've got all the profiles if you're at work, silent, or you're at home, or whatever the hell you want. You can make your own profiles or use these default ones, but they all work as well. Moving down, you've got super user, which is built in, which most custom ROMs do now, and I do really like that. It's awesome because you don't have to have another app clogging up your drawer. That is right there, and it's all working well. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. The customizability of this ROM is very high. It's very quick. It really does go with the name Liquidsmooth. It is one of my favorites on my Nexus 4, and it does do very well on the Nexus 10. Now, it's not specifically designed for the Nexus 10, so you might encounter some bugs, but I haven't really encountered many bugs. I showed you one. Other than that, it's very quick. It works really well. Battery life is pretty standard. I can't really show you the battery life because I haven't used it for very long, but if I had to make a gamble, I'd say it's a little bit worse than stock. That's my honest opinion. Only slightly, and that could have just been my usage on the day. Who knows? But yeah, still a very good ROM. Really worth checking out if you like the customizability options of this. And yeah, that's it, guys. Peace out.